NBA action on 2K Sports. Joined by Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. And we'll be getting the inside story tonight, Shams Charania, and a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You take a look at the Warriors. They've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
I think for Indiana, they've had an interesting start to the year. Lately, they've put together some nice wins, and you get the general sense that their confidence is growing.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. In the backcourt form, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's small and power forward. It's Wagner and Isaac. And it's Carter in at the center. And for the Pacers, Halliburton in the backcourt, Nembhard to his side. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot.
With obvious length and jumping ability, Carter Jr. can get it coin above the rim and make it look easy.
Halliburton with it, picked up by Suggs. Halliburton passes to Siakam. And his first shot of the game, no good. Here's Orlando now. Shams, when you look at last season, what a step forward for the Pacers. Going into the in-season tournament championship, making the Eastern Conference Finals. They really checked so many boxes last season.
And Pacers sources tell me they're ahead of schedule under Rick Carlisle. They went from 25 wins in his first season to 47 wins last season and the Eastern Conference Finals in just his 3rd season at the helm. The biggest reason to me for their turnaround, and someone that the Pacers love as their franchise cornerstone, Tyrese Halliburton. He gives the Pacers an elite talent that they've lacked since Paul George. So look at Tyrese Halliburton, Pascal Siakam for this next run of Pacers greats.
Boy, you've named some terrific players and guys that are very impactful. And it's Halliburton missing.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Here's Wagner. That one, no good. Pacers have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Halliburton kicks to Walker. Siakam sets a screen for Walker. And finished off by Siakam.
You can tell Siakam has this action down. He knows just when to roll off the pick and receive the ball.
Suggs passes to Caldwell Pope. Carter with it from past the arc. Walker with the rebound. The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Nembhard finds Siakam, and Siakam throws it down.
And those are 2 loud points. Siakam flushes it without much effort.
Orlando, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Caldwell Pope with the screen on Halliburton. Takes it inside, and Suggs throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
A shot by Nembhard, no good. The Magic have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Shams, with as often as you've interacted with front offices all over the NBA, have you noticed any changes with how franchises operate with both the players and the media and that relationship and where it may be headed?
Everything has to be more specialized now in the organizations, but you're seeing true partnerships develop with teams and their players, especially their top players. And teams have to pay more attention now to data, to metrics than ever before. And the relationship between your top players in the organization, that is very, very important. And the teams that do a good job of managing relationships, of managing expectations, that is clearly what separates the elite teams with the bottom teams. And certainly players in today's generation are very, very polished when it comes to the media.
Oh, you framed that so well. Pass to Siakam, and it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's his first foul. The Pacers making a switch here. Mathurin's checked in, and a switcher also for Orlando. Mo Wagner's checked in for Isaac. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And a wide open look for Siakam. Good on the three-point shot. Siakam's got 7. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Wagner a screen on Halliburton. Wagner kicks to Caldwell Pope. Back to Wagner. And so the ball's out of bounds. Wagner touched it last. How expansion is coming, Shams. Is the league ready, in your estimation, for some more cities and new teams?
The NBA seems to be ready. I think I'm ready. Kevin, are you ready? Because the last expansion was, what, 20 years ago? That's the longest wait for this league since it began. And so I think Adam Silver and this league are going to take their time and really figure out exactly where they want expansion. But the question is, Kevin, are you ready?
I am always ready. I know the league is looking even overseas or even maybe south of the border for a possible new entry. But the league has got so much talent on the bottom half of these rosters. I definitely think it's time.
And there's a great appetite, a great desire for a lot of these cities, not only in the States, but also abroad, like you said, to go bring in an NBA team to their city and bring some of the talent, the marquee names to their city.
Oh, it'll be terrific. Wagner against Mathurin. Wagner passes to Caldwell Pope. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over Nembhard. Nice spin off the left rim end. And he's got 5.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Siakam a screen on Suggs. And Nembhard has it in the corner. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Halliburton against Suggs. And it's Halliburton missing. Magic leading by 5. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
And the league continuing, Shams, to tweak the rules around replay review. But would you set a time limit to maybe tweak it a little bit?
Have to, right? Especially some of these games and the way they're ending. It's something to try. If you can't find a cause to really overturn in a minute or two, let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing one.
I agree. And he lays it straight in.
Very good composure and control that time by Halliburton, not allowing that physical defense to affect his shot at all.
Here's Anthony. Banked in off the glass.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Halliburton finds Toppin. And while we can, here's a look at the teams that had the fastest hands in the league last season. 5th on the list, the Magic.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoy playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
And Indiana making a change here. Walker's checked in. Jonathan Isaac, he's checked in for Orlando. Anthony, the pass to Isaac. Down low. And Isaac throws it down.
Hard not to love the combo of speed and length on Isaac. That gives him a chance to give you some serious throwdowns.
Here's Halliburton. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is. That's a tough shot.
It's deflected. Toppin inside. He's covered by Isaac.
Yes, sir. Obi Toppin. Very few better at throwing it down than him.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Anthony kicks to Isaac. Wagner passes to Caldwell Pope. Buries it from three-point range. Caldwell Pope's got 8 points.
Very effective at spacing the floor. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope has gone from an average outside shooter to a dangerous one.
Here's Toppin, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got in good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Halliburton. And a change for the Magic. Black's checked in.
You know, Obi Toppin is known as a high flyer for good reason. He's somebody that really goes after any chance he gets to throw it down. He's dunking it whenever he gets close to that rim.
And the call will go against Benedict Mathurin. That is his first foul of the game. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. No one near Isaac as he lets it go. Off target from outside. On the wing, Mathurin. Covered by Anthony. Launches it. And they recover it. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope making highlights for the Magic. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Magic.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc. So far in this one, the defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
And with the new broadcasting deals, NBA salaries figuring Shams to skyrocket.
And we're not even just talking about the players, Kevin. It's the coaches. It's the front office executives. Everyone is seeing some massive, massive paydays. Every single year, we're seeing the biggest contract in league history, and it's only going to get bigger and bigger in the years to come.
Are you surprised at the size of some of these coaching deals? I mean, the numbers are amazing to me.
Coaching, these front office deals, it's getting higher and higher, and once Monty Williams signed the deal he did in 2023, that only elevated the market for coaches, and front office executives also are getting big paydays.
We got T.J. McConnell. Toppin is out there with Walker. Then it's Isaiah Jackson. And it's Mathurin in at the 2. So that's the group out there for Indiana. No good on that.
And when it comes to efficiency, Anthony's strongest suit is at the line.
Siakam is checked in for Indiana. And he sinks the second. Pacers trail by 4. And here's McConnell. Still scoreless. And finished off by Siakam.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
On the way to CBA, introducing the second apron, limiting Shams what teams above the cap can do. How does that new rule affect teams?
Decision makers tell me that they're very much keeping an eye on the second apron, not only of their team, but others, and teams that will have to shed salary because of the second apron and the amount of big contracts we're going to see teams give to players. You're going to see it at the top, but that may dwindle in the middle of their roster. But we will see a more competitive league because of these new CBA changes, and less of a chance of super teams and just more parity and dispersed talent.
Do you constantly read over some of these CBA agreements? I would assume that you do, to have a full understanding of terms like the apron, like we just talked about, or all the other things, the luxury tax, all the things that make deals possible.
It's one thing to have luxury tax, it's a whole nother animal. Now to have the second apron, and that certainly for teams that are deep in the second apron, that limits their ability to go make major trades, to be able to sign players for more than the minimum. And we're seeing that happen to at least one or two teams around the league right now. So how will that impact things? But certainly the CBA being 50, 60, 70 pages, that's something you pour through before every calendar year.
It is just fascinating. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Pacers. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. Then on Sunday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the New York Knicks.
And for that game against Miami, that should be an interesting one. Early in the season, both teams will still be working out the details.
Anthony, the pass to Wagner. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. And the influx of international players continues to just fill these rosters in the NBA. And Shams, it has truly become a global league.
It's truly a beautiful thing, right, Kevin? We want sports to bring people together, to really galvanize communities, no matter your ethnicity, no matter your gender, anything. And now I really feel we're breaking down a lot of barriers in the world.
I think three of the top, 5, 6 players, we got Doncic. You know, we've got Porzingis, of course, who was such a nice player, but Antetokounmpo and Jokic. I mean, the names go on and on of key contributors to winning teams.
You have to make a case that the world team against the U.S. team, if they were ever stacked against each other, that would be a heck of a game.
Well, you and I would pay for the ticket, wouldn't we? I would pay to watch that.
I'm willing and able to pay immediately, Kevin. Sign me up. When are we going?
I hope soon. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. Pass to Siakam. Can't hit from in close. Magic leading by 4. Hey, Shams, you're always on the pulse of those league-changing trades. We certainly saw some impactful ones last season.
Across the board, the Pacers, the Mavericks, they made deep runs, and they did so on the back of some big trade deadline moves. Those are transformations that excite all of us to witness. Even New York, getting OG Anunoby at the trade deadline. This is a league that's built on capitalizing at the moment and striking when the iron's hot, and we saw multiple teams do that this last year.
That trade deadline was phenomenal for those teams you mentioned. Really impactful.
Really adept at rolling after setting the screen. Turner, a difficult cover in these pick and rolls.
And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Orlando.
Timeout.
And Jamal Mosley. Has called timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And so some changes here for the Pacers. Benedict Mathurin comes in for Toppin, and Andrew Nembhard's subbed in for Walker. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Isaac. Franz Wagner comes in for Gary Harris. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Cole Anthony. And it's Suggs in for Black. Orlando moving the ball around. And it's Wagner missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Pass to Nembhard. Turner with the screen. No good. That would have tied it. The Magic have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Puts it up. Caldwell-Pope kicks to Wagner. Halliburton against Wagner. Wide open. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Wagner's got his first basket of the night. Turner with the screen. Halliburton passes to Turner. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
Very satisfying performance, and one they'll look to repeat tonight. I mean, they ended up winning it going away.
Pass to Nembhard. Nailed from three-point land.
And you like when bigs get involved in the passing game. Exactly what Mathurin did there.
Caldwell-Pope with a screen for Wagner. And it's Mathurin with the rebound.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
And that one's good. Wagner.
Oh, good job executing inside. Wagner in total control down there.
Halliburton looking around. And a wide open look for Mathurin. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Magic leading by 3. Caldwell-Pope outside. Pass to Carter. Suggs against Halliburton. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
That's the thing about Suggs, a footballer in high school. He gives you physicality in the backcourt.
Siakam, a screen on Suggs. It's tipped. And Shams, what an absolute delight it has been having you courtside with all of us tonight. Thank you so much for taking time to join us. It has been a true pleasure.
Thanks so much for the invite. I can't wait to do it again sometime. I'm honored. I'm privileged.
Oh, we are going to hold you to that. Thank you again. Oh, wasn't that wonderful? Easy to see why Shams has so many sources around the game. He's so easy to talk to.
Yeah, it's all about relationships at the end of the day. When the conversations come easily, that suits his purpose as a reporter.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Isaiah Jackson, he's checked in for Miles Turner. Toppin comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Halliburton. And a switcher also for Orlando. Isaac's checked in.
That's where Toppin does most of his damage, and he's incredibly efficient down there.
Like when you think of siblings who have played in the NBA, the Lopez brothers, and now the Toppin brothers come to mind.
Can only imagine how cool a feeling that is to be able to play in the NBA with your brother. It's a dream come true for anybody to get to the highest level of pro basketball. And then to have a couple of players from the same family doing it together? Come on, man. Doesn't get any better than that.
Outside for Caldwell-Pope. Releases. And Orlando again with the bucket.
And Isaac takes no time getting his shot off. He's got a lethal, quick release.
Here's Mathurin. There's the killer two-handed slam.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Back to Suggs. Outside for Caldwell-Pope. Clock at 6. The Magic need to get a shot off here. Orlando gets it back. Carter, and then Carter with the dunk.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
But, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Orlando out in front. They lead by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much with Rick Carlisle. Coach, what needs to happen on the defensive end to get back on track?
Well, a lot of things need to get better. Our level of force defensively is not there.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for...
Greetings, everyone. Let's first take a look at the players of the week in both conferences. Shaq, you won this award your first week in the league.
And 19 times after that.
You know what, Shaq? I won my first Player of the Week award in 1991.
And after that?
After that, I concentrated on rings, Ernie. Rings.
And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the Orlando Magic.
Well, they've been the more measured team, passing up good shots for great ones.
Yeah, they've been aggressive, but also disciplined. That's a sign of good coaching.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You look at Pascal Siakam in this game, he's been everywhere.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
On the court for Orlando, and it's small and power forward. It's Wagner and Isaac. In the backcourt for him, it'll be Suggs and Caldwell Pope. And it's Carter in at the 5 down low. Isaac kicks to Wagner. Suggs finds Carter. Wagner outside. No good on the 3. Pacers trail by 5. Catherine with a screen on Carter. Toppin and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
Aggressive work in the lane. Toppin has the size and he has the bounce.
Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved, and players acknowledge that and respect that.
Here's Toppin. 12 points for him. To the inside, Mathurin. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And using that body to his advantage, Mathurin will learn to control his strength as he grows in the league.
Isaac with the ball. And it's Toppin picking him up. Isaac passes to Carter. Rebounded by Jackson. Pacers trail by 3. Now Toppin. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Mathurin with plenty of space. Had the space there, but it's offline. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for the Orlando Magic. Over McConnell. Rebounded by Jackson.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Pass to Toppin for the tie. Offensive rebound. Jackson misses.
Clearly out of rhythm now, guys. I mean, just 1 for 5 to begin the second half.
Isaac kicks to Carter. And here is Suggs. Fires the 3. Count that one from Isaac. Isaac's got 9.
Well, you know what? I think you've got to have that shot in your game, even if you are a big guy now. And Isaac demonstrating that he does have that in his game.
And Rick Carlisle decides to call timeout. He wants to talk to his guys. For Indiana. Turner's checked in for Jackson. Pascal Siakam comes in for Toppin. Walker's checked in for Andrew Nembhard. And Halliburton subbed in for T.J. McConnell. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, in January 2024, Pascal Siakam was traded out of Toronto.
And he came into the league an older player from a mid-major school. The Raptors did a lot to help Siakam, turning him into an all-NBA caliber player.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Let's give a look now at the 2K leaderboard to see who led the league in assists last year. Tyrese Halliburton on top.
And it was the kind of season that he'd like to repeat over and over. Nobody was better at creating easy baskets for their teammates.
Carter, the pass to Wagner. Caldwell Pope kicks to Isaac. Orlando moving the ball around. Really left alone that time. Suggs has got the lead up to 8 now for the Magic.
And as we see Suggs develop his game, you'll see more of this. Jalen with the ability to operate off ball.
Halliburton finds Turner. That's good, and it's Halliburton with the assist. Turner's got 8 points.
Important point there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
There's Wagner with the 3. And again, it's Orlando with the 3.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Magic leading by 9. And it's sent back by Turner.
What timing from Turner. I mean, that's a big part of blocking shots. Reading the shooter and then timing it perfectly to send that shot in reverse.
The Magic have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Franz Wagner grew up in Germany, but he says one of the reasons that I went to college in the U.S. was to learn a different mentality. The game is played more competitively, and talking trash is welcome. I had it in me deep down, but that brought it out more. And that combination of styles has helped him to this day. Kevin?
Great stuff, D.A. Thanks. And good that time. Siakam's got 5 points in the quarter.
And always nice to have an inside-out threat like Siakam. He can have an impact anywhere on the floor.
Pass to Carter. Caldwell Pope outside. 6 to shoot. Here's Isaac. Off target with his 3.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
It's the three-point bomb. And now just a 5-point Magic lead.
One of the things you love about Halliburton is his feel for and understanding of the game. He just has a sense of knowing where to be at the offensive end.
Carter finds Isaac. Pass to Suggs. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Mark, these Indiana Pacers play at one of the quickest paces of any team in the NBA.
Yeah, I love the fact that it's quite fitting considering the nickname, Indiana Pacers. And they do set the pace. They love to push that rock, and they do it relentlessly. Catching you before your defense can get set. It's a beautiful way to play. Tell you what, though, you got to be in great shape to make it work.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Mo Wagner's checked in for Carter. Gary Harris comes in for Jonathan Isaac. And Anthony subbed in for Franz Wagner. Suggs with the steal. Caldwell Pope with it. Now guarded by Siakam.
Easy pickings for Wagner there, just to reach up and attack the rack like that. That's simple.
Turner with a screen on it. Halliburton passes to Turner. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Anthony. Suggs looking around. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Siakam. Here's Walker. Siakam outside. Mathurin with the ball. He has 6. The shot's good. Mathurin's got 8 points.
Mathurin, very effective from the mid-range, so I like to see him find space in this area.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
It'll be a jump ball.
Halliburton against Suggs. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton.
First.
That's his first foul. Goga Bitadze's checked in for the Magic. Black comes in for Jalen Suggs. Harris outside. And he uses the glass on the lane. Harris has got his first 2 points of the night.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Halliburton passes to Siakam. Nice defense from Wagner. And Anthony's got the ball here for Orlando. Drives to the hoop. Oh, and there he puts it down.
Man, what a throw. Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
And Anthony is flashy. He's got some flair to his game. Loves mixing things up with those sweet handles of his.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Bounce pass, Halliburton. Siakam. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Pass to Anthony. Inside. Here's Wagner. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Orlando. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Isaiah Jackson out there with Toppin. Then there's Benedict Mathurin. Then there's Andrew Nembhard. And it's Walker in a shooting guard. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Toppin against Anthony. Here's Nembhard. A three-pointer, no good. Black in the post. Defended by Mathurin. Black, no good. Pacers trail by 11. Over in the corner, Mathurin. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it.
Very surprising that he came away empty there, especially given room to operate.
And the call will go against Benedict Mathurin. And that'll be his third foul so far. Here's Harris. Pass to De Silva. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Nembhard, the pass to Jackson. Now, here's Toppin. Knocked away and stolen by Harris. Here's Anthony. Rejected by Walker.
An impactful defender. The young forward Walker is good at reading shooters and just stifling their offense.
And Orlando making a change here. Houston's checked in. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Harris passes to Black. Shoots over Nembhard. Black, no good.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, you'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Here's Mathurin. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. 10 points here for Benedict Mathurin. And Jamal Mosley has called timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And Indiana making a change here. Siakam's checked in. Goga Bitadze's checked in for the Magic. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Jamal Mosley was saying to the team. Now, he wants this team to stop playing it safe. He said, we've got this lead by doing what we do, and we can keep it if we don't get too cautious. Play our game. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks. Magic leading by 9. Pass to Anthony. From the arc. Good on the triple.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
I have no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I hate to see teams get conservative with the lead. As long as they're good shots, take them, and as long as they're falling, continue to take them.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
And Orlando making a change here. Carter, he's checked in for Goga Bitadze. Wagner comes in for Harris. Contavious Caldwell-Pope, he's checked in for Cole Anthony. And Jalen Suggs is subbed in for Black.
Suggs handling his business so far in this one. Really putting the work in on the offensive end.
Here's Nembhard. The teardrop falls in.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
Orlando leading. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And Wagner has it in the corner. Caldwell-Pope with a screen for Wagner. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Wagner able to get the shot to go through contact and the and one on tap. Great determination that time.
The Magic making a switch here. Isaac's checked in. Here's Walker. It's hauled in by the Magic. Carter's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. And here's Caldwell-Pope to the paint. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Siakam. Wagner against Toppin. Back to Walker. Launches a 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Carter's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. And finished off by Wagner.
Really good quickness in transition that time from Wagner, using those long strides to cover ground quickly.
Now, here's Suggs. Nembhard covering. Caldwell-Pope dishes to Carter. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Magic lead by 16. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Magic.
Really a great job in this one, forcing the issue defensively. Great quickness and discipline combined, making ball handlers very uncomfortable.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Jalen Suggs.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy great all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
Their losing streak had gotten to the point where anybody had to put his foot down. And even though there were other more probable candidates, he's been the one to take over that leadership role. To the middle, Isaac with the steal. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That is his first foul of the game.
Third team foul.
And it's the Magic with the ball. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Pass to Suggs. Carter kicks to Suggs. From 18 feet away. That shot by Caldwell-Pope, no good. Pacers trail by 14. Mathurin passes to Siakam. Indiana moving it around. Turner with the screen for Halliburton. Back to Turner. And stolen by Wagner. Suggs with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. Pass to Wagner. Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
Get up, Jalen Suggs. This guy also a terrific football player in high school.
And stolen by Wagner. Driving in and finished off by Wagner.